Okay, so you've clicked this video because you want to work on your lateral waves or your reverse side waves, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a really crucial move in Sensual Bachata and also in BachaZouk. And quite often, sometimes people think they're doing it correctly, but actually even their isolations are not quite there. So in this video, I'm going to break it down and I'm going to give you some drills that you can practice at home so that we can implement and do a really good job of doing it within our own bodies. This is relevant also to leaders because, as I always say, if you cannot do the move yourself, you should not lead the move. And with a lot of these sensual movements, these isolations, a lot of them the lead comes from you being able to do it with your body. Okay, both from a visual perspective and also from what the follower can feel. So let's get these clean, let's get these nice and sharp, and we're going to go through how to do it and then some drills to take home as well. Okay, let's go. Starting off first, we're going to have our knees nice and bent, soft. We're going to have our shoulders up, back and down into the socket so we have good posture, nice long line, and tuck that tailbone slightly inside. So I'm engaging all of my core here. I'm thinking about almost pulling my belly button to my back, and if you can see from the side, instead of dancing like this, I just pull that in a little bit here just to engage that core a little bit more. So I'm here in this position. Now, my upper body can move, hopefully independently. Now, if you find that you're doing this when you are dancing, it usually means because you're not overcompensating with that shoulder enough. So we just need to push that shoulder a little bit higher as you move across, and we're moving from the rib cage here. Cool. Then we have our lower half. Our lower half is moving side, side, side. I'm achieving this by pushing into the ground. It's a very grounded dance. So pushing into the ground, and I'm straightening one leg more than the other. No, I said straightening more, not straightening completely. So we never have straight or locked legs. As I transfer my hip to the other side, I'm going to change the bend and make the opposite to the hip more bent than the other. So the straighter leg is where the hip sits. And I go to the other side and to the other side, and there's a little bit of weight transfer from side to side to side to side. Okay? So these are our isolations. We've got the upper body, we have the lower body. Now, to do your lateral wave, it really depends on what move you're doing beforehand, but assuming you're just going from a basic step here. Now, the lateral wave comes from down, okay? Because we don't do a lateral wave up because there's nowhere to go, which means that we need to start down. So, to go down, we must start up. It doesn't really matter which side you're going to do it on, we have to practice both, okay? So, starting on this side first, we're going to go 1, 2, I'm going to come up, straight. Now, I just want you guys to practice staying on this leg. Look, I don't have any weight on this other leg. My weight is fully transferred here. We're just going to go down and then up. Just practice. If you can do this with one leg in the air, then you know that your weight is in the right place. So I'm just going down, up, down, up. Good. So I'm up and I'm going to bend. Okay, now I've bent, I'm in this position. I want to move my hips over here, but what I don't want to do is transfer the weight yet. We are not there yet. So just here, I'm going to take my hip, which is on this line, and I'm going to push that hip up. Okay, I'm using the hip, I'm squeezing here, keeping this, making sure I don't tilt. So I'm still keeping my core engaged, a good line. Now this hip, just for practice, put it back down. Now bring it up, put it down, bring it up, put it down, up, down. Now I need to put it up and down, but with the leg in the air. Up, down, up, down. And try not to bob up and down. Up, down. Yes, this is strange, I know. Up, down. So, we've got 1, 2, breathe. I'm going to stay on this side. I go down, I go hips. So now I'm going to start transferring the weight. So I'm going to put my heel down. It starts my movement in this direction. But I don't just want to come up as one piece, okay? I want to come it bit by bit by bit. And the way I like to think about it is imagine that there's a piece of string attached to your chest right here. That string is going to pull you up. Be careful not to overshoot. This happens sometimes. Okay, we're just going to come up into this position. It's only if, as a leader or a follower, you want to go further for another move that you're flowing into, may we tilt. Otherwise, if we're just doing a lateral wave, we're going to stay aligned. Okay? So, all together, we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4. We come down. We move that hip. I put that heel down. I now tilt. So I'm here. I can now tilt. And now I have that string pulling me up. Pull as I transfer my weight and I straighten onto that standing leg. My weight is now fully transferred on this leg. I can lift this leg up if I need to, okay? But it means I'm ready to go. So if we were to do it on the other side, exactly the same. So I'm here. I breathe in and up here. From here, remember, all my weight's on this leg. I'm going to go straight down. I'm just going to isolate that hip. I'm going to move that hip across. And then I'm going to put the heel down. As the heel goes down, I'm going to tilt my rib cage. My rib cage line is now here. I'm going to have that string pulling me. So I'm going to pull until I realign into this position. Okay? And we can do it on this side as well. From this position. I'm already in the up position, right? Because I come down on my lateral wave and then I come up. I am now up, so now I can just go down. Hip, heel, tilt, pull, align. Down, hip, heel, tilt, pull, align. Now, I want you to go through what I've just said multiple times, and I don't want you to skip to doing it smoothly. If you can get every single moment here, 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 even break this down, right? If you can get all of this, then it's going to be so much easier to smooth it out. Too often we rush. We rush through the levels, we rush through the movements, and we just do this. And we say, okay, that's enough. And you know, it's fine. It's fine. But if we want to be better dancers, we want to be more fluid, we want to be more smooth with it, you want to make sure that every single moment is accounted for. Every single part of your body is working together to create this. Even as I come here, okay? Even as I come down, I move the hip, I put the heel down. I'm even pushing into the ground with this leg to try and pull. And then this toe here is pushing. It's all working together to create a very smooth shape. If I just use my body, here, I can't get as smooth a shape as if I'm using my toes, my knees, my feet, my tilt, my chest, my back muscles. You're going to get a much smoother movement. Let me know in the comments if that was helpful and what you would like to see next. Bye!
Interrupting your video just for a quick mention to our sponsor for today's video, which is Dossier. We're going to be testing out some perfumes. So first up, we're going to start off with Gourmand White Flowers. So let's give that a go. Okay, so this perfume is not as fresh as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be quite light, but actually it has like this depth to it. You have that floral undertone, and then you also have on top of it some more notes. Let me see what those are exactly. Base notes. Okay, this one makes sense. Base notes, musk, patchouli, caramel, and vanilla, which is probably why I like this one. Then next up, I have musky rose. Okay, this is then the opposite of the other one, where I thought the other one was going to be lighter but had more depth. This one actually is lighter than expected, despite the muskiness. Oh, it's changing. When you first spray it, it has that lightness of rose, and as it's developing, get a little bit more musky, a little bit more powdery, and then finally we have spicy orchid. It has a familiar smell, but I can't quite place what that is. You definitely have the spiciness coming through, but it still has a sweetness that perhaps like a fully spicy perfume doesn't have. But yeah, I'd say the spicy orchid is definitely the more masculine smell out of the three of them. Now, something that is super exciting about the perfumes is that Dossier is now launching in Boots. So very soon, you're going to be able to purchase these luxury feel perfumes at your convenience at a Boots store near you for a much more affordable price. So keep an eye out for when these launch.